Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to London for Game 3 of this 5-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the London Lords. Let's take a look at today's starting lineups. For the Cubs, Ryne Sandberg, followed by Kyle Schwarber, Sammy Sosa, Ian Happ, Seiya Suzuki, Billy Williams, Ernie Banks, Kris Bryant, Moises Ballesteros, and on the mound, Kerry Wood. For the Lords, Jazz Chisholm, Byron Buxton, Kyle Manzardo, Pete Alonso, Giancarlo Stanton, David Wright, Gary Sanchez, Jordan Westburg, and Andrew McCutchen. And on the mound, Sandy Alcantara. Leading things off today for the Cubs, Ryne Sandberg. And on the mound, Sandy Alcantara for the Lords. First pitch is a ball outside. 1-0 is the count. Sandberg hits that ball, foul down the first base line. 1-1's the count. Ball 2 outside, 2-1. Ball 3 inside, 3-1. Ball 4, he walked him, a leadoff walk from Ryne Sandberg. Kyle Schwarber, the batter. Check on the runner. Sandberg back in safely. Sandberg takes off from first. Pitch is low. Sandberg swipes second base. First pitch was a ball. 1-0 is the count. Schwarber swings and misses. 1-1's the count. Schwarber drives that ball to left field. It is deep, but it is playable on the warning track. Out number 1. Stepping in for the Cubs, Sammy Sosa. First pitch is a ball outside. 1-0 is the count. Sosa drives the ball foul down the third base line. 1-1's the count. Fouled off down the first base line out of play. 1-2 to Sosa. Ball outside. 2-2. Sosa swings and misses. Down on strikes he goes. 2 away. Ian Happ steps in. Swing and a miss from Happ.
No balls, 1 strike.
0-1's the count. Swing and a miss. 0-2 quickly to Happ.
0-2.
Ball outside. 1-2. Fouled away. Do the 1-2 again. Happ hits the ball sharply into right field. Sandberg's going to come around third and try to score, and he is in. RBI single for Ian Happ, and the Cubs have an early 1-0 lead. Seiya Suzuki steps in.
1-0.
Pitch out. Ball 1. Happ not going. 1-0 to Suzuki with 2 away. Ball outside, 2-0. Suzuki drives the ball deep to right field, but it looks like it's playable for Stanton. And the Cubs take an early 1-0 lead. We go to the bottom of the first. Chisholm, Buxton, and Manzardo coming up for the Lords. Jazz Chisholm steps in. Kerry Wood on the mound for the Cubs. Wood winds and delivers. Fouled away. Strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Ball inside. The 1-1. Swing and a miss.
1 and 2's the count.
1 and 2's the count. Wood winds and delivers. And Buxton hits that ball sharply to left field, but Happ makes the play. 1 away. Byron Buxton stepping in. Takes the ball high. The 1-0 pitch from Wood. It's a strike.
1 ball, 1
The
strike.
1-1. Buxton hits the ball deep to right center field, but Suzuki's tracking it. Out number 2. 2 away. Kyle Manzardo steps in. Takes a strike.
0 and 1.
The 0-1 pitch from Wood. It's hit weakly to Banks. It's short. He gloves it. Throws to first in time. And the Lords go 1, 2, 3. We go to the top of the second. Williams, Banks, and Bryant coming up for the Cubs. Into the game for the Lords, the righty, Evan Phillips. Leading things off for the Cubs, Billy Williams. Swing and a miss. 0-1's the count.
0-1. No, that
Ball
makes
inside. 1-1. And Williams drives the ball to left center field, but it is playable for Buxton. Out number 1. Stepping in for the Cubs, Ernie Banks. Banks hits the ball, gloved by right at third. He throws to first. Out number 2. Kris Bryant steps in. Bryant swings and misses. 0-1's the count. Swing and a miss. 0-2 to Bryant.
0-2.
Ball outside. 1-2. Bryant drives that ball deep down the first base line. Foul out of play. 1-2 is the count still. Swing and a miss. Ball's in the dirt. Throw to first in time. Bryant's down on strikes. The Cubs do nothing. We go to the bottom of the second. Alonso, Stanton, and Wright coming up for the Lords. Kerry Wood back out on the mound for a second inning of work. Pete Alonso leads things off for the Lords.
Seiya.
Strike 1 looking.
0 and 1.
The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss.
0 and 2.
Wood winds and delivers. Swing and a miss, and Alonso's down on strikes. With 1 away, Giancarlo Stanton's the batter. Swings and misses, strike 1.
No balls, 1 strike.
The 0-1 pitch. Ball high. The 1-1. Ball 2 outside. 2-1. And Stanton drives the ball deep to center field, but Sosa makes the play. Out number 2. With 2 away, David Wright steps in. Wright fouls that ball off deep down the first baseline out of play. The 0-1 pitch from Wood. And Wright hits that ball past Bryant at third. It gets into left field. Happ gloves it. Throws it in, but it's a single for David Wright. A 2-out single. Stepping in for the Lords, Gary Sanchez.
Ball,
Sanchez
that's high.
takes the ball high. The 1-0.
That's the ball. Hey.
David Wright steals second base. That pitch was outside. 2-0's the count. There's a strike. 2-1. Strike 2 looking. 2-2 pitch from Wood. All 3 just low. Full count pitch. Here it comes. And Sanchez drives that ball deep down the third base line, but it is foul. We'll do it again. Payoff pitch from Wood. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Sanchez. We go to the top of the third. Ballesteros, Sandberg, and Schwarber coming up for the Cubs. Coming into the game for the Lords, Tanner Scott. Leading things off for the Cubs in the top of the third, the catcher, Moises Ballesteros. Ballesteros pops that ball up to left field. Playable, out number 1. Stepping in for the Cubs, the leadoff man, Ryne Sandberg. Sandberg takes the ball low. 1-0's the count. Ball 2 inside. 2-0. Outside. 3-0. Fouled away. 3-1's the count. Ball 4 inside. He walked him. Second walk of the game for Sandberg. Stepping in, Kyle Schwarber. 1 away. Sandberg at first. Ball outside. 1-0's the count. Ball low. 2-0. Fouled away. 2-1's the count. Strike 2 looking. 2-2's the count. Swing and a miss. Schwarber down on strikes. 2 away. Sammy Sosa steps in. Sosa fouls the first pitch away. 0-1's the count. Ball outside. 1-1. Sosa fouls that ball away. Out of play down the first base line. 1-2's the count. Ball low. 2-2.
2-2.
Ball outside, 3-2. Sandberg's going to get a head start. Sosa hits that ball, but it's gloved cleanly by the first baseman. He takes it to the bag. Out number 3. We go to the bottom of the third. Westberg, McCutcheon, and Chisholm coming up for the Lords. Cubs are going to make a pitching change into the game. The righty, Lee Smith. First up for the Lords, Jordan Westberg. Smith winds and delivers. It's a strike. The 0-1 pitch. Hit to Sandberg. He gloves it cleanly. Throws to first. Out number 1. 1 away. Andrew McCutcheon steps in. McCutcheon takes the ball high. 1-0 is the count. There's a strike. 1-1.
1-1.
Smith winds and delivers. The ball outside. 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2. 2-2 pitch from Smith. Hit to Bryant. He gloves it cleanly. Throws to first. Out number 2. 2 away, Jazz Chisholm steps in. Chisholm's 0 for 1 in the game. Chisholm takes a strike. The 0-1 pitch. Fouled away. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch from Smith. Swing and a miss, and the Cubs win, and they take the series and head to the championship. Your final tallies from today's game: the Cubs, 1 run on 1 hit. The Lords, no runs on 1 hit. Your pitchers of record: Kerry Wood picks up the win, 2 innings of work, gave up 1 hit, struck out 2. Taking the loss for the Lords, Sandy Alcantara, 1 inning of work, gave up 1 hit, struck out 1, walked 1, and gave up 1 earned run. Picking up his first save of the postseason, Lee Smith. Batting for the Cubs today, Ian Happ was 1 for 1 with an RBI. And for the Lords, David Wright had the only hit for the Lords. And that's going to wrap things up for us today from London. Your final score: the Chicago Cubs 1 and the London Lords 0. The Chicago Cubs win the 3rd game of this series and advance to the Mini Seasons Championship. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you don't already, sub to the channel. We have some more Chicago Cubs theme team and Mini Seasons content to come. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, and have a good evening.